Good morning, Keller Williams, and welcome back to the Katy CommandMC 66-Day Challenge 2.0, and today is day 23. Typically, when I record these videos, I have a screen share of CommandMC on the screen, but today I decided to go ahead and actually walk through the leadershipanswers.kw.com article written by our wonderful Paul Polanski and the team at KWI that takes care of this. It really is just the best workflow and actually has screenshots of all the things that I would want to show. But in order to do that, I would have to create a fake associate, etc. So let's just walk through the process of when a recruit is requested to join and kind of what their email looks like and all of the things that they would be required to fill out and have ready before they become associates. So this is the joining portal workflow. You can find this here underneath leadershipanswers.kw.com. If you just search for KW Joining Portal Workflow, this article should pop up. Everything in yellow, obviously very important. One, note that this is only for brand new associates. We'll work through returning associates in just a second. The joining portal, I think we talked about it in the last couple of videos, it does expire after 7 days, so make sure that the recruit is ready to go when you send the email, and might have some tasks to follow up after 3 days, 5 days, etc. So their expiration or their workflow, their request doesn't actually expire. There is no way to make any edits to this email, including the reach out to us link that is going to go to the KLRW email. We'll see that in just a second. Also note that the creation of their KW email is not part of this joining portal process. They will need to do that as a separate step. This should also be completed on a desktop or laptop. It does not work well on a tablet and absolutely does not work well on a mobile device. So before diving into the joining portal, it's recommended that the recruit have the following assets available. So their social security or national ID, their public-facing agent profile photo, their bio, their real estate license number, social media profile links, their DBA, business name, address, and EIN number, their KW sponsor name, their direct deposit and beneficiary information for profit share as well. A lot of this will go to fill out their actual marketing profile. So the more information that they can get in at the very beginning, the better. That's just less work to have to do after the fact. So when they get the email, it is going to come from noreply@system.kw.com. The subject is KW invitation. Once they open that email, they will click on the Get Started link. And you can see that if they do have questions, they can click on the Reach Out to Us button. That does go to your Market Center's KLRW email address. Once they click Get Started, they'll begin creating the account. The country will be hard-coded. That's going to be based upon the address of the Market Center that sent the invitation. But they will then begin filling in their legal first and last name, date of birth, and social security number. And then they'll make sure that they actually accept our terms of service and privacy policy. In just a moment, we'll show what the portal workflow looks like for a returning associate. And you can see there is an option there at the bottom, returning to KW, reactivate account. Once they've filled out all of that information, it'll say, hi, Robert, or whatever the first name is. Welcome to Keller Williams. They'll continue. From there, they're going to get a pop-up giving them the opportunity to add their profile picture and their preferred first or last name. So for example, my legal name is Martin, but my preferred first name is Marty. So that'd be an opportunity to load profile, preferred first and last name. From there, they'll continue to fill in their personal information, including their phone number, email address, and mailing address. They'll then fill in the contact information for their emergency contact, including first, last, phone number, and relationship. They'll then go into a demographic section where they'll fill out ethnicity, race, gender, and marital status. If there's any questions or concerns about the information provided there, they can contact legal@kw.com to get more information about that. From there, we get into the professional information. Again, a lot of this is going to be used inside of their marketing profile. So you can see they ask the preferred language, any additional languages that are spoken, their biography, specialties, designations, and service areas. From there, they're going to go into the contact information where they'll once again enter their mobile phone number, and if they have an office phone number, they can add that as well. If they are a licensed real estate agent, they will then put in their license number, expiration date, and what state they're licensed in. And then from there, begin to fill in their social profiles, and then we'll get into the profit and growth share. It's important to note when we go to Profit Growth Share, they must watch this 3-minute video from Jay Papazan explaining what Profit Share is all about and what the onboarding process is like there. And then from there, they would select their sponsor. If they're not ready, they can go back, but assuming they're good to go, they're going to read the legally binding sponsorship agreement, and then they will begin to choose their actual sponsor as a Keller Williams associate. There are many people of the same name in the KW system, so it's very important that they actually select the correct agent, right? So my sponsor is a Keller associate. From there, they would begin searching Keller Williams. There's actually 2 Marty Millers in the Keller Williams system, if you can believe that. So making sure that they pay really close attention to the correct associate's location, role, and market center name, just to make sure they don't inadvertently choose the wrong sponsor. From there, they're going to accept the terms and then type in their signature. Just as a heads up, if for any reason they are choosing a sponsor that is not yet with Keller Williams, they do have the option to name a temporary sponsor. That is a process not many associates are going to go through, but just as a heads up, that it is possible. If they do that, they are going to have to submit a sponsorship change request. Really important as leaders to know that that has a 90-day expiration. You've got to get that done within 90 days of them selecting that. Otherwise, it becomes very difficult to change it after the fact. Finally, they're going to fill out all the information of their permanent sponsorship information, legal first, last, email, country, city, and state, and then finally sign the document. Lastly, they'll put in their direct deposit information, their beneficiary information, and then they can go through and type in their last signature and click on download the beneficiary form. From there, they'll create their KW login. So this is their username and password that they'll use across KW Command, KW Connect, MyKW, all of our different Keller Williams Tech platforms. Finally, they get the chance to review their profile and submit. And once they do, they will get the congratulations, Robert, or whoever the associate's name is. They are now legit. You would see them as associates inside of CommandMC, and they would get immediate access to agent.kw.com for KW Command. And then usually about 30 minutes to an hour later, they'll have access to MyKW and KW Connect. That's the workflow process for a brand new associate. The only difference with a returning to KW associate, so this is someone that has left and is coming back, essentially they're going to need all the same stuff. And when they get to this page where it says create the account, they're going to want to click at the very bottom, reactivate account. This is really important. If they are returning to KW, they need to click on reactivate account and then put in all of their information. When that happens, it'll look for any of that information in our system. That's where they would need to verify the account. So they'll find their account. We need to reopen or restart that account. That's where they'll need to verify that using the email that's listed in the system. They would send the code. Once they got the code from their email, and you can see that's going to come from noreply@system.kw.com. If they don't get this, have them check their spam and promo folders as well. Sometimes I find out that that's where it ends up, unfortunately. But they can come back to the joining portal, insert their verification code, and then they're going to get the welcome back process. From there, it's very similar. Right, they're going to come through and fill out all of the same information that we just talked about. They'll watch the video, they'll name a sponsor. The only difference there is if they have been gone, right, for more than 9 months, they will name a new sponsor. If it's been less than 9 months, they will keep their original sponsor. But other than that, the information all remains the same. You can see that on the screen. Hopefully I'm not giving you whiplash here, but just scrolling through the process. And one last thing, if they don't know their KW account username or the password recovery email address, they're going to have to work through their MCA to get looked up in white pages and or command. If they're, a vested retiree, so someone that retired and is coming back, they're probably going to have to go through tech support to get a hold of their old username. So a little bit longer of a video. I know that was a little cut and dry, but the basics of the KW joining portal workflow for an associate, so you can see what it looks like on their side. This is also the reason why it doesn't always get done in one sitting, It can certainly take a lot of time because there is a substantial amount of information that the recruit needs to put in to become an associate. So make sure when you're coaching them on this process, hey, you're probably going to want to allow yourself 30 to 60 minutes to fill this out, give them that checklist of all the information they need, and let them walk through it from there. That's it for today, guys. Tomorrow we're going to jump into editing, managing, and activating the associate and work from there. As always, it's fantastic talking to you. Hope you're having a great day.